Okay, okay. Yes.
Okay. See what we need to do. Let's look at it first. I must thank Vellard City Genetics. They have this unlock your genetic potential, predictive healthcare. See, we are all, getting into health problems and then going to the doctor, getting the blood test, and then getting the treatment. That is one way of, getting into trouble and going there. Another is preventive medicine, preventive care. See, prevention is better than cure. So there are some people who take care prevention, and this is predictive. That means much before a person is falling sick or any health problems, by certain genetic tests, they will be able to tell you how to go about it. It's an amazing technology. I've just come to know very recently only. I'll have to do a lot of research on that. Definitely, in the meantime, there are experts. There are very people who are well-off people. They've got these tests done, and they're with that they can do what type of food they can eat, what type of exercise is good for them, and then all those things are predictive. That is called predictive healthcare. So we are all thinking, who is your life partner? We always think when I ask a question, who is your life partner? We limit it to tell maybe mother name, father name, or wife name. Friends, your life partner is your body, your physical body. We are taking birth with the body, and only we are leaving the body at the end. Nobody is with us except our body. So is it not our responsibility to take care of the body? It's absolutely essential. So we need to understand how this is working, how we can take care of it and all that. So we were going to talk about this today. What is the first step in any health? What is the first step? See, we have to take the first step. What is the first step? First of all, we need to know how we are. I have a friend who has joined this group 6 months ago and he has transformed his health. He was kind enough in sharing his feedback and photographs. All the questions later we can ask that. Please wait for the question. So what are the things to do? What is the first step? We need to know where we are. See, when we get a progress report of our child, we see where they are. Suppose they are not faring well in particular subject, so we take care. Similarly, we need to know where we are in terms of our health score. I tell about what is the health score, how to calculate. We will see now. This gentleman, I met him in Natation Park in Chennai about 6 months ago. Then he taken the first step. What is the first step to know your health score? Let's look at what are they. Yeah. There are three things first are important. How many medicine? What is his age is 53 years, 5 feet 10 inches, and he's taking two medicine, one for blood pressure, another is for the sleep. What is his weight and waist size? He should be as per his height, 5 feet 10 inches. His weight should be 70 kg, but he's almost 42 kg overweight. And his waist size should be 35. How is the waist size measured? Half of height in inches. If it is 5 feet 10 inches, that means what? 70 inches. 35 inches should be his waist size, but his waist size is 50 inches. That means 20 inches is oversized. He was having blood pressure, but under medication is under control. So these are the three parameters we need to check. It's very easy to do for anybody. Next, there are three blood tests which are absolutely essential. What are they? Fasting insulin blood test. Unfortunately, this test is not a part of many of the packages, and most of the doctors also don't suggest this particular test. This test is very critical in understanding and establishing the health score. So the fasting insulin level should be 3 to 6 MUM. But unfortunately, the lab report says that 3 to 25. So if anybody is around 23, 24, they presume it is all right, which is erroneous. So this should be the range should be 3 to 6. Fasting glucose is below 99. Insulin resistance is a calculation. It's not a blood test, it's a calculation. Fasting sugar multiplied by fasting insulin divided by 405, the value should be below 1.5. If anybody is above 1.5, that means he is having metabolic syndrome. That's how all the lifestyle diseases starts. So he is about 9.25. That means almost 4 times is higher. And then HbA1c is a 3 months average sugar level. 5.6, below 5.6 is non-diabetic, healthy. Is 5.9% means he's pre-diabetic. He's not diabetic. At 53 years, despite having 40 kg overweight, he's not diabetic. But he was only having a problem is of blood pressure. Now there are the 3 more tests are there. Lipid profile. This should be triglyceride should be below 100. HDL should be above 60. So in both the cases, is not okay. D vitamin. See, though we are living in India where we have a lot of sun, we have a lot of people don't absorb the D vitamin for various reasons. So I have seen more than 80% of the population have D vitamin deficiency. It is 9.3, very, very low. The lab says 30 to 100 is okay. It's a too large range. The best would be around 50, above 50. Similarly, B12 vitamin also. B12 vitamin also should be above 500, but the lab says 200 to 900. The compliance score out of 10 parameters, he's okay on 2 parameters. That means what? It is health score is 20%. Now look at it. So let's not take it very literally. This is not a very scientific calculation or it is done. I have done my own. It gives an idea. I always tell people, instead of totally blind, squint-eyed is all right. So we have an idea about this person's health. Now, what is the next step? Next step is to follow the lifestyle modifications, which I will tell you. But before that, we'll understand how come we are all having this sort of health problems. See, recently ICMR has published a health of Indians. They have done a lot of blood tests at various cities and they have given a calculation. They say 80% of the people have bad lipid profile. That means high triglycerides, high LDL, high cholesterol, low HDL, and high VLDL. That means what? They are bound to get health heart problems. At least he says 50% people having blood pressure. He says allowed 50% are overweight, 30% are pre-diabetes, another 30% are pre-diabetes. See, whole population of India is 142 crores. When I calculated the total number of problems, almost 290 crores of problems are there. That means what? A person may be having 4 or 5 problems. He may be diabetic, he may be overweight, he may be having blood pressure, other problems also. So friends, we are all living in a very unhealthy, situation and we are not aware. So what is important? You need to get the right knowledge and discipline. Let's see what is the next step. Yeah, and this gentleman not only done those 10 parameters, he has done other things also. Like what? Thyroid profile, liver function, kidney function, HSCRP, the inflammation marker, homocysteine, uric acid. So this is a chart we can make it so that we take health in our own hands. Many of us, when we take the blood test, we first see the parameters and we are happy as long as they're in the range. It is very erroneous, friends. So you must take health in your own hands by understanding these right parameters where you are so that you are an informed person. When you go to the doctor, you can check. Recently, I come across a lady who had come from UK, London, and she got the test done. I find her D vitamin was 3, very, very low. When I told her before going to the doctor, please ask the doctor. I surprised Apollo doctor, I think, was giving the consultation to her. When this lady told her that, look, I was told that I have a low D vitamin. I think the doctor had said, no, nothing to worry, you have no symptoms, don't worry about it. Very unfortunate. We need to understand very clearly, friends. You have to have information so that you can discuss with the doctor intelligently and get the right feedback. Now let's see again, what are the things? Why? See, friends, in the auto, there are 3 wheels are there. Which wheel is important, you feel? When you want to travel in a road, we don't know how is the road condition, potholes, bad road and all that. As long as your auto is in good condition, all the 3 tires are well inflated, they're in good condition, by and large, your journey will be comfortable and safe. Say, now what are the, out of 3 ways, which is important? We all say all the 3 are important. But let's see what are the 3. Yeah. There are a chemical part of it. There are 7 essentials for the good health, friends. Some is there are 4 are chemical. What is the chemical? That means what is going into our body, inside our body, like air, water, food, and what gets out of it, excretion. We have 4, removal of the waste from our body. What is that? One is the stools, another is the urine, another is the sweat, the 4th is the breath. We take the air and we breathe out carbon dioxide. So what is going inside? What is coming outside? is very important. This is called chemical. We'll explore more it in our next talks. Next is what? Yeah. Yeah, next is structural. See, we have almost about lot of joints and lot of muscles are there. So are we making use of it? Friends, in your bedroom, in your house, suppose you have 3-bedroom house, 3 balconies, kitchen, and lot of windows. We most of the time what we use the main door, we use the kitchen door, balcony, and bedrooms. Most of the windows we don't open. Suppose we open once in a while. What happens? You are not able to open it. Similarly, you have lot of joints, lot of muscles. If you are simply walking, you will get few joints only or exercise. So it is necessary doing yoga, doing physical exercise, games, swimming, all those are very important to make sure that your structural part of is all right. That is the second wheel. What is the third wheel? Is the emotional. So rest, sleep is absolutely essential. 7 hours of sleep is important. Mind management. What is mind management? See, we don't know how to handle the world. With the result, we get stressed. When you get stressed, you cannot sleep well. 7 hours sleep is important. Social interactions. We are all, human beings are called social animals. You cannot live in isolation. You have a good relationship with your own family and your own spouse, your own immediate family members, relations, and general public. That's how you can be happy. So look at all these three essentials are three chemical, structural, and emotional. These are the 7 essentials of good health. Friends, air. Air is the most important thing. If we can't take the breath for 4 minutes, we are not able to survive. See what happened during Corona time. People did not get the ventilators. They've just died. 4 minutes, the maximum we can live. But look at the God's creation. People can live 100, 120 years. Only 4 minutes you cannot live without air, but you are living. That's the beauty of your body's construction. Water. If you don't take water for a few days, 5, 6 days, no water at all, we cannot survive. Food. People can survive for months. Look at the Jains and all. Some of the people, they even fast for 6 months, 7 months. Of course, when you do 6 months, you lose muscle, you lose energy, you become like a skeleton, but you don't die. So food is not as important as water. Water is not as important as air. Next is excretion, removal of the waste from the body. See, friends, if you find a guy who has a problem with the kidney stone, if he's not able to pee for 2 days, it's a medical emergency. You can't keep the waste in your body. Similarly, the waste material from the stools. But look at people, there are people, they go to the stools weekly 2 or 3 times. They don't die, but they're going to have health problems. Other exercises anyway is happening automatically. And then the mind management, rest, we will look at it more detailed when we talk about lifestyle modifications. Now, friends, we will see what are the root causes of lifestyle disorders. 6 root causes many of us know. We don't have to go more in detail. Even a layman also knows, uneducated person also knows. We will simply go through them. And then there are 4 causes which people have an idea, but they don't have the clear idea. Very important, friends. We must have a clear idea about these 4. And if you are able to listen to this class and learn these 4 root causes, I'll tell you, made your day. You have spent your 1 hour or whatever time, you will find the worth of it. Let's look at them. What are they? Lack of 7 hours night sleep. Friends who are working in the night duties, they are not in the right direction. So wherever possible, shift to day duty. Whenever it is not possible, you have to be doubly careful. Any special help, you can contact me. I will guide you how to overcome night, duty. When you are doing night duty, how to do that. So 7 hours sleep, any health expert will tell you the importance of it. And we don't have to talk more on that. Important is night sleep, up to 7 hours between 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Very important, friends, because that is the circadian rhythm. We are like, we wake up in the sun, we must sleep in the moon. So a lot of time nowadays, people are sleeping at 2 o'clock and getting up at about 10 o'clock. That is going to cause the health problems. Next is the stress, chronic stress, this mind management. We don't know how to handle our mind. We get stressed. So we need to learn, because the only human being has the mind. Animal kingdom only 6 essentially: air, water, food, exercise, excretion, rest. That's all. But human being has a mind. Mind can make your health or break your health. So you have to learn how to manage your mind. So you can do yoga programs, inner engineering program, and meditation, all prayer, all these things would help. Sedentary lifestyle, we all know. See, friends, Only human being is the one who doesn't do the exercise. We are all born to move. See, the trees are born to rooted at one place only it will be there. All other creatures will be moving. Only human being is like a tree. Most of the time is rooted. Hardly, if at all he goes for a walk, 1 hour he goes a walk. Going 1 hour walk is insufficient. You have to be active throughout the day, friends. So look at in animal kingdom. An elephant in a day, I think it travels 60 miles every day walking. 60 miles walking only does whole day to get his food. Human being, what he does, he simply go to the kitchen, he gets his food. Otherwise, he just have to call Zomato and he gets the food delivered at his doorstep. So there is no exercise is happening. This is one of the biggest disadvantages of modern life and modern comfort. And only human has this problem. Look at in animal kingdom. Even an animal has 4 or 5 children also. When they grow up, everybody has to run for own food. Nobody gets food for other thing until they're grown up. Only the mother or father gets the food for the children. High carb processed junk foods. We all know, friends. We don't have to talk very specifically. What is high carb processed junk food, packaged foods? Why are they doing these packaged foods? Why are they giving you packaged foods? They want to keep it a long shelf life. If they make any product, they want it to stay there 6 months, 8 months. You make a food in your house, you keep one day outside, it gets spoiled. How they are able to keep the whatever they make is remaining? Because they add lot of additives, lot of chemicals, lot of tasty item, colors and preservatives. All this is are chemicals. They're going to, cause a havoc in your hormonal system. Once in a while it is okay, but regularly eating outside food, junk food, processed food, especially white rice, and then sugars, bakery items, cool drinks, and all these are bad. No health expert tells you these are good. So be conscious about it. This is everybody knows. Lack of nutritious food. Say, friends, what we are doing? We are mostly taking cooked food. Cooked food is devoid of nutrition because the moment you put it on the stove, once it's heated, it loses all its enzymes, minerals, and vitamins and all that. So to make it tasty, what we do, we put some salt, we put some mirchi, and we make masalas and make it tasty. Yes, the food is tasty, but it is not nutritious. What is nutritious food? Eating sprouts, fruits, nuts, and vegetable salads, seeds. All those things are nutritious food. Most of the time, we are all eating cooked food. So be watchful. What is the sixth one? Stimulants and intoxicants. What are the intoxicants? We have beer, alcohol, tobacco, and drugs and all that. There are intoxicants. They're absolutely not required. Watch out. Stimulants. What is a stimulant? Stimulant will make you, little energized, like, your coffee, tea, and all these things. These should be avoided. Now, what are these 6 things are common? Everybody knows. What are the things we don't know? Can anybody guess? Can anybody put in the chat box? What is the things we are missing? Let me put it, friends. Hydration, dehydration, and wrong way of drinking water. What is this? See, a lot of people know this. It's not again a rocket science. I'm telling you how much water we should drink, how to drink water. We have no idea. People are doing all in a haphazard way. Well, see, every day, whether you work or you don't work, suppose you simply lie down in an AC room, lying, nothing doing also, you will lose at least 1.5 to 2 liters water from your body. How? This is all metabolic activity. What is that you lose? You lose urine by way of urine. By way of stools, you lose water. By way of sweat, you lose water. By way of breath, you lose water. So 1.5 to 2 liters you are losing every day. Suppose you are in a hot sun, you are working physical work and all that, you may lose little more. So 3 to 4 liters water every day one must consume. So a lot of misconceptions are there. They say, okay, drink 8 glasses of water. We don't know what size of glass. 8 glasses. Somebody says 10 glasses. Somebody says 3 to 4 liters. Somebody says 4 to 5 liters. What is the best way to do? What is the right way? And also, how to drink water? How to drink water in the sense you can't drink water and sit for food. And then while eating, you should not drink water. And immediately after eating, at least you should not drink water. You must wait for 2 hours. What happens? If you put both water and the food inside your stomach, all your digestive juice and acids will get diluted. And you may not have a proper digestion, friend. So it is necessary to drink water on empty stomach only. If you drink water on empty stomach, it will get absorbed within about 30 minutes. See, water does not require digestion. Anything else you put in your body, it requires digestion, stomach, right? Now, what is the next one? Next one is poor gut health and constipation. What is gut health? See, friends, we are all eating most of the time breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sometimes coffee, tea, and some snacks and all that. So in a day, we are eating 4 to 5 times every day. So you have a large intestine. So the waste created remains in your large intestine. How many times you are defecating it? How much time you are removing it by way of stools? So minimum 2 times you must go. It does not mean maximum many times you have to go, not at all required. 2 times going to toilet, going to motion is very, very important. And when to go, a lot of people say, oh, I'm going one time. Anybody is going at least once in a day, in my opinion, they are partially constipated. And also somebody is going to the stools during the day, maybe sometime in the afternoon, sometime after coming from the work, or sometime in the evening. Not at all, friend. Immediately after waking up, the first object is only to go to the stools. Only if you're able to clear your bowels, then only you are licensed to go into any other activity. Otherwise, you are not. If I am the boss, I will simply lock you up in the house until first bowel movement is done. You cannot interact with any of your family members also. Such an important rule. You all know in olden days we have these, that normal, what is that called, hearth, stove, where we use the wooden pieces for the fire and all that. So old days, suppose we are cooking food for everybody. Next day morning, what is the first thing the lady does? The first thing the lady does, clearing all the ash from that stove, so that they can put fresh, sticks and all that for burning. Similarly, you cannot go and engage yourself, start eating the food and all that until you clear your bowel movements. So constipation, bowel, gas, bloating, all these things are happening because of poor gut health. Friends, poor gut health, dehydration is the main reason for all the health problems. But most of us, we don't focus on that. These are, I call them elementaries, fundamentals. Without this, we talk about, okay, can we have that food, this food is good, that food is good. They're all secondary. They're all, post-graduation. Let's fundamentally understand these points. Now, what is the ninth point, friend? Is the most important. People are missing this point. I have been listening in the last 9 years. I've invested more than 6,000 hours in enhancing my understanding and knowledge. As an automobile engineer, I spent only 4 years. For last 9 years, I spent substantial time in reading and listening to the talks, attending the seminars and all that. So this point, ninth point, is very rarely mentioned. Very few people know. If anybody knows this point, I tell you, friends, this will change your overall health. What is that? See, multiple times eating in a day. What is that we are doing? We are all habituated to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast time, lunch time, dinner time, coffee time, tea time, snacks time. So you have the 6, 7 times you are breaking from the food from morning, after waking up in the morning from 6 o'clock until bed. We are eating multiple times. So what happens? Whenever you eat food, your digestion will happen, and then your body produces sugar. To control the sugar, there's an insulin. And over the years, by doing this, you are causing insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the main reason for all the health problems like obesity, diabetes, blood pressure, and all that. So multiple times eating. We are not eating when we are hungry, friends. We are all habituated to eat. Somebody offers something, we eat. We go to somebody's house, we take, and they offer something, eat. Out of compulsion, we eat. Out of love, somebody says, no, we made for you, we eat. Atidhi Devo Baba. Anybody comes to our house, we feed them. We go to their house, we expect them to feed us. So these are all very, very wrong approaches. You must eat only when you're hungry. Understand, friend? And also sense tempting. You see, on the way you're walking, you see a jalebi is made on the street corner. You get attracted. You see people are eating. You walk there and pick up 100 grams of jalebi and eat, whether you are hungry or not. This is an absolutely wrong habit. This is the main reason for, as we say, ICMR telling 80% have high cholesterol, and I say 90% of the people have this insulin resistance. You go to any corporate office, friend, just stand outside and see people. Many of them are having belly fat. Many of them are overweight. Why? It is because of this habit. In all organizations, there is a cafeteria. You have a coffee, tea available at any time. One of the worst habit. We are thinking we are, doing a lot of taking care of the employees, but they're creating their own cover. I say they're creating our own graves by number of times eating. Eat only when hungry. And now let's see the 10th point. This is the absolutely important, friend. This point is generally not talked. And I would say, if you understand this point and follow from today, whether you do either the other things or not, this will change your life. Let's examine what is that point. Am I audible, sir? Is it clear? Is the speed is okay?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
Okay.
sir. Okay,
Fine.
okay.
Fine. Let's look at the 10th point. Understand, from other than water, what you put in your mouth is food. Remember that. A lot of people tell me, how many times you're eating? They say, no, sir, I'm eating only 2 times. Okay, what? I'm having lunch and dinner only. So morning is I take some fruit, sir, and in between I take some juice. I take only half a cup of tea. Friends, other than water, anything you put in your mouth, it requires digestion. Please understand, if you have a mixie in the house, if you put a spoonful of masala, you have to put the machine on. If you put the entire jar of masala also, you have to on. Similarly, only water does not require digestion. Anything else you put in your mouth, it is required digestion. So suppose somebody is eating only 2 times food and maybe they are taking 3 times coffee and some snacks. That means what? They're eating 6 times. Eating 6 times, what happens? Let us look at it. This leads every time you eat, there is a sugar in your after digestion. To control the sugar in the body, there is insulin. Over the years, 5 to 10 years is enough. Elevated insulin levels for long hours of the day. Why? Every time you eat, sugar is gone up, insulin is gone up. And long hours because you're eating multiple times. So during the day, if you see your insulin levels are high and insulin levels are stay in elevated levels, that is the reason why you're getting insulin resistance. What is this, friends? Whenever you're subjected to anything more, you get resistance. Simple example I want to give. What is this resistance? Say I have never gone to fish market. So when I go first time fish market, I cannot tolerate the smell because it will be hell for me. Suppose I have got a job in the fish market. I have to work in the fish market. What happens? I will suffer for a few weeks, few months. Maybe after 2 years, I don't even find the smell. I don't find because my system had become resistant to fish smell. I go to other place, I get the smell. Similarly, because you're in your body, you have high insulin and elevated insulin for long hours of the day, your system will become insulin resistant. See, insulin resistance is not a disease, an adaptation of the body. See, human body is very intelligent, friend. It doesn't do anything in ad hoc. It does everything for purpose. I want to give an example. Suppose you never walk without chappal. And first time I want you to walk on a road without chappal. You cannot. You find it your feet is foot under sole is very, very soft. A little discomfort, you'll cry. Suppose I make you walk for 1 month. What happens? You run also. Nothing will happen. Because the sole area will become hardened. The human body is intelligent, it is adapting. The hard sole is not a disease. Similarly, if somebody's got a blood pressure, somebody got a diabetes, or somebody got a PCOD, these are all adaptation of because of your wrong habits. Another example I wanted to give you, friends. If you got a fracture and doctor put you on a POP and put a sling on you, say after 3 months he removes it, you see that particular hand looks weak. It has reduced its strength because human body knows, oh, this guy is not using this hand for 3 months. So it does not give you a lot of nutrients there. So you use it or lose it. If you don't use your body, you will lose it. So you have to make use of it. So friends, from today, remember, other than water, anything else, food, I tell people, even your favorite God appears and offers you a prasadam. Thank him, keep it with you, eat along with your food. We all somebody comes and gives a prasadam or he gives a birthday cake. We unmindfully put it in the mouth. We think it nothing. Yes, 1-2 days, nothing happened. It is not such a dangerous thing for years. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, people do. I've seen people at 50, 60 years, they become pre-diabetic. I've seen people at age 16, they're pre-diabetic, overweight, 20. Friends, anybody comes to Chennai to my house, I take them and get these 6 blood tests. I have about more than 100 reports with me on Excel sheet. My own study is 90% of the people aged from 16 to 70 years, they are insulin resistant of various degrees. So some are overweight, some are pre-diabetes, some are diabetes, some have blood pressure, some have D vitamin deficiency, some are B12 deficiency. We are all having various health issues. But okay, by and large, we may look all right, smart. Look at, friend, what happened during the corona. Why people have suffered? Because they don't know where is their health score. who are all overweight, people who have diabetes, who have blood pressure, who have low D vitamin, they have suffered a lot, especially during that second wave Delta. A lot of people have gone met their own creator because they were not mindful of their health and health score. Pay attention today, take your 10 parameters and share with me, take my guidance. Now let's look at it, friend. I just made a simple slide to make you understand. See what happens in the human body. See, this is 70 milligram to 120 milligram sugar levels is normal. So when you don't eat, it will be around 70. When you eat after 2 hours, it should come 120. This is a beautiful mechanism God has created. The HbA1c is about 5.6%. This is a very narrow range. Friends, you see this one. This is the band. This is the band. You see this band. Where is that? See, this is 70. It can't go below 70. If it go below 70, we become disoriented and we can even go to coma. And because below 70 is not at all good. So human body knows what to make it. And above 120 is not good after 2 hours. See, above 120, your kidney, eye, and liver and all will get spoiled. Basically, kidney and probably the eyes will get spoiled. So the human mechanism is designed to remain this for many, many, many years. We are all doing all sorts of wrong things. So we are bound to get into the problem after a few years. Now, what happens? The fasting blood glucose should be 70 milligram per deciliter. PP should be below 120. HbA1 should be 5.6%. After a few years, what happens? People will become pre-diabetic. What is the pre-diabetic is 5.7%. And then after a few years, they become diabetic. Now, we are only focusing this every time we take the blood test and we see this. A lot of people even don't take the pre-diabetic test. So what is most important is this. Look at this, internally what is happening. This is what happens when you eat. What body is doing internally, it controls the sugar by way of producing the insulin. What is the insulin levels, ideal insulin levels? During the fasting period, it should be around 3. And after 2 hours, after eating, it should come back to 30. That means what? Look, it's like a symphony, it's like a music. When you eat high sugary food also, the insulin will control and bring back the sugar to 120. This will happen for many, many years until you break it down by way of your eating multiple times, eating high carb foods. This system will get breakdown. So fasting insulin should be 3. Let me tell you, friends, 70-80% of the population have high insulin levels fasting itself. That means they're in the wrong direction. If you're in the wrong direction today, you will reach the wrong destination tomorrow. Now, what is the next stage? What happens? See, fasting insulin has simply gone only up to 7. That itself is a disease, a starting problem, friend. Here, for this will take only 3 years, 2 years. Unfortunately, we are always checking sugar only. So we will not know the problem even after a decade or 2 decades. But if you check only insulin, fasting insulin, and within 3 years of your the wrong habits, you will know the problem. Now, what happens when it becomes insulin 7? Look at what is going to happen, friends. Look at this is where you are getting insulin resistance. If it is the fasting insulin is above 7, even your sugar level is 99, before 100 also, you are insulin resistant. If your insulin resistance, what are the first problem is belly fat. Next problem is overweight. Third problem is your fatty liver. Fourth is PCOS. Especially the girls of nowadays, even teenage girls have PCOD problem. I can tell you without even checking, see their insulin levels will be above 7 fasting and their insulin resistance will be above 1.5. Unfortunately, we don't do this test. We are only focusing on fasting sugar and HbA1c. So we miss the opportunity to know the problem way ahead of the a decade before you got into the problem. Tell me, friends, if you are staying in a flooded area, some floods are coming, you got a warning. When you would like to get a warning, say when you are standing and your water has come up to your ankle deep. So you know there is already a warning, there is a floods are coming, you got a water up to your ankle deep. Do you become alert and do you run away from that place, you stick around? Or the water has come up to your knees, or water has come up to your waist, or water has come up to your chest, water has come up to your neck. Coming up to neck means what? That means you are realizing that, look, you have now got high sugar level or blood pressure and all that. We are waiting. See, friends, understand. If anybody is diabetic means what? He has waited until the water has come up to touching his nose. Then only is becoming alert. It's very, very dangerous. See what happens. See, once you become diabetes, what are the problems? People tell you increased thirst, you feel thirsty. Slow healing, fatigue, blurred vision, eye problem, frequent urination, unexpected weight loss, people lose weight. See, we are all waiting for such situation. A lot of people tell me, why you didn't know? I have no problem. Friends, understand, a lot of people don't get symptom also. But their insulin, their fast, their HbA1c would be 8, 10 also. So don't wait for the symptoms. Please wake up when the water is at your ankle deep. What is ankle deep? Checking your fasting insulin, checking your insulin resistance. Taking care of these 10 parameters, you are going to be alert before the problem starts. Friends, as we talked about, 90% of the people are having insulin resistance are very decreased. I told you, 90% of the population. I'm telling you, the participants, 42 participants who are listening, watch out, check your things and find out where they are. What are the problems it can happen? See, people who have insulin resistance, these are the simple symptoms, friend. Frequent hunger. People, if they don't get their, lunch in time, they will feel very disappointed, very irritated. They'll get disappointed because they cannot wait for the hunger. Fatty liver, belly fat, overweight, obesity, cardiovascular diseases, PCOS, thyroid, blood pressure, etc. Friend, during this time, if you check fasting blood glucose, BP blood glucose, HbA1c, everything is normal. But you are not checking insulin, so you will not know. I have met a person 120 kg weight. He is about 33 years. I find him walking very difficulty. I asked him, what is your weight? He says 120. How much is overweight? He was not very clear. I said, you're 60 kg overweight. Then I asked him, have you checked the blood test? Yes, sir. I've got the complete blood check, health checkup done in Apollo. All parameters, I got it checked. However, I said, everything is normal. Friends, let me repeat. He said he's a 60 kg overweight. He says he has no other health problems except overweight, belly fat. All his reports are normal. Yes, he's telling the truth because they are not taking the important parameters. Like as I said to insulin resistance. If they have checked the insulin resistance, they would have seen that this guy is unhealthy. Now, as I said to you, friend, first stage is what? Insulin resistance only mild, above 1.5. That means fasting is only above 7. It could be 7, 10, 15, 20. That is different, but above 7. HbA1c below 5.6. If anybody doctor sees, they will compliment him. Great, you are keeping good hair, good, no sugar. A lot of people, when I ask them, I have no sugar. They are only checking HbA1c. And fasting glucose also below 99 is good. But unfortunately, their insulin is very high. They have not checked it. So they don't know their problem in advance. The second stage is pre-diabetes. That means they have already they've crossed 2-3 gates and they come to pre-diabetes means their sugar levels many times below 1.5. Sometimes I've seen pre-diabetic people below 90 also. But whereas their insulin is about 7, it could be 20, 20, 30 and all that. A1C, this 3 months average is above 5.7%. Friends, this is a reversible condition without medicine. You can do with the knowledge and discipline, you can do that. Third stage is diabetes. That means they already got diabetes. That means what? HbA1c has gone above 6.5%. See, diabetes means what, friend? They're not having insulin, less insulin in the body. Unfortunately, the medical terminology, they say, why you get diabetes? They say, number one, either they don't have proper, pancreas is not making insulin, one statement, or whatever insulin is made is not working. It is not that human body makes some insulin which is not working, friend. This is a very, very deliberately given thought so that people are become complacent. When you become complacent, you don't take action. When you question it, body, because it become insulin resistance, I told you, elevated insulin levels for long periods of the day over the years has caused insulin resistance. So what you need to do, you have to stop eating multiple times, eat only when hungry 2 times, and you will recover within a span of 5-6 months. We have just seen one gentleman. We will see that. And stage 4, what is stage 4, friends? We are all, whenever we get diabetes or pre-diabetes, we go to the doctors, they give the medicine and they also give a diet advisory. I tell you, it's very unfortunate, this advice. They say you eat small meals 6 times in a day. Maybe this is good for somebody who is depending on insulin, friends. But for normal people, this is advice will take you to from type 2 diabetes to type 1 diabetes. What is type 1 diabetes? Type 1 diabetes, the pancreas is not working at all. They are not producing any insulin. They definitely require insulin injections from outside. It's a great discovery by the medical fraternity. Because of that, Millions of people are saved. Excellent, great. But unfortunately, for type 2 diabetes, starting medication and then insulin and suggesting 6 times eating is an erroneous advice. We have to overcome that. If anybody is diabetes for this, what happens, friend? Now their pancreas over the years, 10, 15 years, working, overworking, producing insulin, controlling sugar, becoming insulin resistant. What happens? The pancreas loses its capability. Say, for example, friends, you are working weekly 8 hours only duty and 5 days a week. Fantastic. Now I make you to work 2 shifts all the 7 days. What happens? You will get tired. Now I make you 3 shifts and then we make you work for 30 days. You'll collapse. Same thing has happened to the pancreas. We have unmindfully, we have buggered up our own pancreas. Friends, in my case also, I'm now 65. Until my 56 years, I have zero knowledge on the body. Now I've learned, I've been doing my best, but still my pancreas to a large extent has lost its capability. Probably I'm working with a 25-30% of my pancreas. So I'm not able to bring my HbA1c below 7. I'm trying my best, but without medication last 9 years, I'm maintaining my HbA1c between 6.4 to 7.4. I have to do that. So friends, a stitch in time saves 9. Pay attention right away. Now let's see, friends, what we need to do. What is the second step? We have seen the first step is analyzing your health score. Second step is diet plan. There are 7 stages. Understand, friends, every human is unique. You are differing in age, male, female, genes, BMI, and various other things. So remember, what suits one person may not suit you. So choose your diet and doctor wisely. Now let's see what you require. We already discussed about these key parameters. The 10 parameters there are here, the blood test. Fasting is sugar, fasting insulin, HbA1c, the lipid profile, then D vitamin, B12. These are very, very important, friends. Now, what do we do? See, friends, to improve your health, you require to improve your insulin sensitivity and gut health. As we discussed already, those, root causes of the problem. What needs to be done? We must drink 4-liter water every day, 2 bowel movements every day, 1 hour brisk walk. You have to manage your stress. If you're stressed, learn yoga, meditation, prayer, and all that. 7 hours night sleep, there are non-negotiable. Whether you follow lifestyle modifications or wellness secrets or XYZ diet or anything, these are non-negotiable. Food we will go through separately. So how to go about it? Friends, this 4 liters water, how to drink it? First of all, remember, water you should never drink and sit for food. Drink water and sitting full is not good. You should not do that. While eating food, you should not drink water. You must wait for 2 hours after eating food. Now, how to go about it? And immediately after waking up in the morning, preferably wake up before sunrise. Pay attention, preferably before sunrise. Immediately after waking up, no other activity. Drink 1 liter water, focus your mind on your stomach, walk inside the house with a desire to go to the toilet. During that time, don't engage in another activity. Friend, for you to go to the toilet, there are 2 valves. One is the pressure on your stomach that you are creating by way of 1 liter water. The second is your mind. See, many times what happens, friends, you are in a meeting, you are in a outside, you are feeling bowel movement, you want to go to the toilet urgently, but there is no facility. What happens? Your mind is capable to lock it. Similarly, in the morning, you have to open both the locks. One is putting a load on your stomach, giving 1 liter water, and then thinking of going to the toilet. Don't engage in anything, friend. Don't engage, see the mobile or see the TV, talk to your spouse, reading the papers, attend anything. Just focus your mind. Think about, okay, I have to put the bowel movement, walk inside the house with a desire to go to the toilet. You will be surprised. Within 2 minutes, about 5-10 minutes of walking, you will rush. If you're not having a habit, it may take some time. You will be able to finish your toilet within a span of 3-4 minutes. And during the toilet time, don't read paper and phone and all that. So you have gone for a toilet, focus on the job only. Don't engage in anything. Once you finish your bowel movement, then only you are licensed to engage in any other activity in your life, friend. Then what you do, you can go for a 1 hour brisk walk, go for a game, anything you can do. Understand the sequence is also very important, right? So you come back after 1 hour of brisk walk, take 5-10 minutes rest. Maybe say you got up at 5:30, you've taken 5:30 water, and then you went walk and you came back at 7 o'clock, 5-10 minutes rest you take, and again drink 1 liter water. Again, focus your mind on your stomach. Don't engage in any other activity with a desire to go to the bowel movement. Then you will be able to go to the second bowl. People who don't have the habit of drinking water so far, Start slowly, maybe 4-5 days you can do that. If they don't have they don't get the second toilet, maybe you can try enema. Enema kit is available. There are a few videos in my channel. Anywhere you can see how to do the enema. Enema kit to keep in the house is absolutely necessary, friends. I keep in my house enema kits. I present people so that it's like everybody should have one kit at home. So what you have done, you have taken proper hydration by 1 liter in the morning after a gap of 1.5 year, 1 liter. You have removed all the waste from your body and you have done the physical exercise. This is an amazing thing. Once you do that, let me tell you, 50% of your problems will be resolved and you will find very healthy and energetic. In my group, I've seen last 3 years, lots of people tell me, sir, within a week, I find very energetic. People tell me I'm not able to earlier even go for a 5 kilometers walk. I'm now jogging. All this would happen. Your energy levels will shoot up, friends. So that's what it is. Now, what is to be done? Next step. Next step is eat only twice in a day when hungry and maintain the same timing. What food you want to eat? Any homemade food you can eat, friends. Preferably avoid white rice and high carb foods, and you can have multigrain chapati or some millets or brown rice. Make any subjis, homemade subjis, perfect. Avoid refined oils. You can use any chikki oil, cold pressed oil. To have any amount of ghee, absolutely no problem. Have curds. Enjoy your food. 2 times you only eat when hungry you eat. Now the question is, all people tell, no friends, what is more important? What type of food to eat? When to eat, how much to eat. These are the 3 questions generally people put. So I'm telling you, eat at your when you are hungry, your timings, your quantity, your type of food is very useful. For people who are having health issues, they can share whatever they are eating to me in few days. I can guide them how to go about it. So the point is eating only twice in a day when hungry, nothing in between meals except water, friends. You can drink water. Now we have already taken 2 liters water in the morning. Balance 2 liters you must take between 2 meals. As I said to you, don't drink water and sit for food. While eating, don't drink water. After 2 hours only start drinking water. Say you had your first meal at 11 a.m. So maybe 1 a.m., 1 p.m. to evening, say you are planning to eat your second meal, say 8 o'clock until 7:30. You take this 2 liters water in installments, maybe 300 ml one time, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, like that. So you focus and keep. So keep the bottles always, keep the water in a bottle so that you can keep it track. So you can know, you can tell me how much water you drink. Whenever I ask people how much water you're drinking, I say, I drink a lot of water, sir. Arey Baba, how much? They say, no, sir, so many, 10 glasses. I don't know the size of glass. This is small glass, big glass. So always measure. Be very vigilant. In the sense you track what you are doing. Eat only. As I said to you, other than water is food. Suppose you have taken 2 coffee, tea in between. That means you have eaten 4 times. The whole purpose is defeated, friends. The whole purpose is you have to keep your stomach empty. Eat only twice so that you have time for bringing down the insulin levels in the body and improving your gut health. These 2 things would help you to improve your insulin sensitivity and gut health. That's all. This is very simple. All the people can do this. You don't have to do anything. This is the elementary thing. Now I say, sir, I want to improve my health, but more than that. Now what to do? The second stage. This stage is sufficient. A lot of people, when they see my food plate, say, sir, we cannot eat sprouts. We cannot take the juice. I'm not saying it. Just start this one. This is the first stage, first step. Now what is the next? 16 hours of overnight fasting. See, friends, what you do overnight fast. Suppose you had your second meal at 8 p.m. So until 11 a.m. next day, don't take anything other than water, anything else food. Just stay on water. That is giving 14 to 16 hours of overnight fasting. This would further help insulin sensitivity. What is the third stage? See, you're eating, I'm suggesting you to eat 2 times only. So one time, as we looked at it, you know, what I say, nutritional deficiency. See, if you're eating only cooked food, you don't have nutrition. So you eat one time nutritious food. What is nutritious food? Sprouts, soaked groundnuts, soaked badam, and then you have all seasonal fruits, fresh coconut, dates, and nuts. You can have anything, friend. Your stomach full. In this particular approach, there is no quantity restriction. You can eat your full. Now the question is, you want to eat first meal, this or second meal? I don't tell people breakfast, lunch, dinner, first meal, second meal. So you can take first meal, either cooked meal or uncooked meal, is your choice. I generally take second as an uncooked meal so that my spouse need not go to the kitchen. A person who's spending more time in the kitchen, they are manufacturing diseases in the house, friends. So less time in the kitchen is the best for you. So this way it will be all right. Now we want to go to the fourth stage. What is the fourth stage? You can take a vegetable juice after 14 to 16 hours of fasting. So yes, this time there is a 3 times you are eating. It's okay for some people. That's what I say health score. If somebody is highly diabetic, very other issues, maybe they can stop for a while. Otherwise, it's good. Even diabetics under control also can have this vegetable juice. How to make this juice? There are videos you can see. To have this vegetable juice, say around 11 o'clock and maybe 12, 12:30, you have your first meal, have your second meal at 8 o'clock, your choice. Friends, is necessary. You see your convenient time. Some people are going to office at 8 o'clock, so they cannot do, and somebody can. So I have seen in my group, first meal people are taking at 8 a.m. Second meal they are taking around 7 and 8 p.m. And I see somebody in my group, they're taking first meal at 12 noon. Another second meal they're taking at 7 p.m. So choice is yours. So eat twice, but few days you have to adjust, friends, because so far you are all habituated to it multiple times. So few days you will suffer, I understand. So during that time, you need any guidance and help, you can get in touch with me. I will give you some simple solutions. You can have some water, you can have some buttermilk, so you can postpone. See, many times we think hunger is not a, it doesn't keep on increasing, friends. When you feel hungry, if you drink water, you change your mindset, or you drink some buttermilk, and you tell your body, friend, you're not going to get food. Then after about few minutes, you will not feel hungry. Believe me, don't get stuck on that. Okay, sometimes you may feel dizzy, feeling discomfort. Yes, you must eat. Watch out of that. Every individual is different, so find out your own maze. Now, people who are having diabetes, so what to do, friends? For them only. People who are taking diabetes, please, I'm not a doctor, don't take my advice and just start following, talk to your doctor. What is important, take whatever medicines you are taking and check your blood sugar before taking first meal, and eat the meal without carbohydrates. What is that food, friends? You have, eggs, you can have curds, you can have paneer fry, you have all sorts of salads, you have sabjis made out of chakki oil, ghee, nuts, and all these things you can have. So both the times you can have, check your blood sugar before eating food, take your whatever medicine you are taking, check your blood sugar after 2 hours, see how it is going up. Talk to your doctor. If you need any help, you can also contact me. So based, once you start seeing the improvement in your PP sugar, fasting sugar, talk to your doctor and ask him to reduce your medicine. I've seen one particular participant in the group, his HbA1c was 10.1%. He followed the system very diligently. In a span of about 3 months, his HbA1c has come to 6.6%. It is possible, because if the diabetes is very recent, see, friends, again, the gravity of the situation is different. If somebody is diabetic for 15 years, he's taking medicine for quite some time, he's a 50, 60-year-old person, that means his diabetic has taken so many routes. If somebody is very recently diabetic, it is not having too many routes, so you can get rid of it. So what needs is your discipline and then the right knowledge, friends. Now, what else can be done? This is the sixth stage. Fasting once in 15 days. What you can do, you can stay on water only, friend. What is to do immediately after the first bowel movement? Take 1 liter water, first bowel movement, 1 hour walk, then take 5-10 minutes rest, second time 1 liter water, second bowel movement. Then until next day, first bowel movement, you only take water, don't take anything else. So that is called water fasting. If somebody is not able to do, you can take honey and lemon, or if you can't do that, you can have, you can take even coconut water. That way you can remain. So that would further improve your insulin sensitivity and gut health. In one of the participants, we have just seen that participant, we'll see his report, and it has come down substantially. Now the seventh, Lankanam. What is Lankanam, friend? When you are sick, what happens? Body, as I said, it is very intelligent. When the body is sick, what it does? It will give you fever. It will give you body pains. It will give you no appetite. It will want to take rest. But what we do? No, I have to go to office. So you want to take a medicine. To take a medicine, you eat food. You are doing everything wrong. We are not well for we're having running nose, cough, cold. The best is 1 or 2 days fasting. So do under guidance. Any guidance, you can always call me. My mobile number is available. Friends, we have just seen the gentleman with the score. Let's see what happened to him. 18th January 23, his health score is 20%. Look at how he has improved. He has lost almost 14 kg weight. He just now told me, now 6 months, he just now called me yesterday and he said he has lost 16 kg weight. And look at his blood pressure is normal. Fasting insulin has not come down. But look at his insulin resistance. Insulin resistance has come down from 9.25 to 5.3. This is the secret of his weight loss. And also he has lost 6 inches of waist size. We will see that. And his D vitamin has improved from 9.3 to 54. That's why now the gentleman tells me he's going for almost 10 kilometers of cycling and a lot of walking and all that. His health score has improved from 20% to 60%. If you measure only, you can do this, friends. Another gentleman, as I said to you, his HbA1c is 10.10%. It came to 6.6%. He also lost weight, and now tells me his weight has from 72 has come to 63. Amazing, amazing. 9 kg weight he has lost, and he's improved his health from 40% to 70%. Friends, this is the gentleman, as I tell you, he's a professor, he's a engineering college professor, and he was kind enough in sharing his feedback and sharing his reports and the feedback. This is only to motivate you people. Friends, these are the few people I have been following, amazing people. Dr. Manthana Sachinaraju, I read his book, I've transformed my health. Sadhguru Vasudev, Veeramachari Ram. These are the fantastic diet plans that are available. You can see them. And Dr. Manthana is doing an amazing work last 30 years. My approach is mostly Dr. Manthana's approach, a few changes here and there after my learning all this. Whatever I learned last 9 years, investing more than 6,000 hours, friends, I've been able to give it to you in the last 1 hour or 45 minutes. And this write-up is available, PowerPoint presentation is available. Anybody interested, they can send me mail, you get it. You can learn in 2 days and you can make a difference to you and your family and your friends. These are the few diet plans, friends. Best of the diet plan, Dr. Manthana diet, BRK diet, Dr. Dikshit diet, LMK diet, wholesome health, new diet system, intermittent fasting. I've given the phone numbers, take a screenshot. You can speak to any of them. All of them are doing free. This is our approach, Wellness Secrets. These are the few people who have benefited by following this Wellness Secrets last 9 years. Friends, my name is Shivagangeshwar Rao. I'm an automobile engineer. I've retired as general manager in Escorts Limited. And until my age 56, until 2014, I was taking 11 medicine for diabetes, blood pressure, kidney stone, cholesterol, and all that. And by reading that book, How to Overcome Diabetes Without Medicine, and by reading that book, by following that, I was able to get rid of all my medicine. I'm not done on my own. I went to the doctor, he had taken the blood reports. He himself said, don't waste your time, don't come to me. That's how it has happened, friends. And look at in 2023, my HbA1c is 7.1%. I said to you because I had been a diabetic for many, many years and I was indisciplined for many years without knowledge. Now I'm sure you will benefit it. This is what all I wanted to share with friends. Thank you very much for listening, and I appreciate Dr. Tej Babu Garu and Dr. Sten Rao Garu and Shekhar Garu. Thank you very much. And any questions?